Yeah! Not suitable for children. Pre-warning, if you're under the age of 12 or 13 without a parent, turn away right now. Although I trust a lot of you are older than that, but hey there guys, my name is Blake, also known as The Nerd, and welcome to another episode of For the First Time. This time it's Doki Doki Literature Club. I've heard things about this. I have heard so many things about this game specifically. Although I did not purchase, well, it's not purchasable, it's actually free. I did not get this game because I've heard things about it. I got this alongside Cuphead because it was free and it was like, oh, this should be a fun free game. Seeing the it's not suitable for children or those with who are sensitive or something like that, it's gonna make me think YouTube's gonna be really sensitive about this video and just instantly demonetize it. I'm calling it right now. I'll let you guys know in the comment section if it came true or not. But I guess let's start a new game. Oh, I guess my name. There you go. There's my name right there, right in front of your face. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally obvious to any attention she might draw on herself. That girl is... okay, we have Sayuri, a neighbor. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to talk at school together on days like this, but standing around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. She sounds like me whenever I have to get ready for work. It's like... I don't want to go, but I just want to sleep in, but morning shows are the worst. Anyways, when she's out to me like this, I almost feel better off running anyway. However, I just sigh an idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayuri catch up to me. Aw, okay. She's a cute one. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. I mean, don't draw the conclusions now. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Hey, are we? We're not a couple, are we? We're just friends? Just good friends. Cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making the daily commute. Have you decided what club to join yet? Wait. Club? Is there a dance club? I mean, like a club with a DJ in there? Because that's my kind of club, actually. I used to be in drama club as a high school. That's why I'm able to act pretty well. And that's why I'm able to do presentations. Or, you know, present myself in a clear manner. Since starting the channel, so there you go. It's a little bit of information about me, you guys might not have heard before. Oh, I'm sorry, I've been skipping over this. Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look for a few clubs that makes you happy. No promises, though. You just promise that you'll try a little? When do we get the options to, like, click yes or no? Yay! Why do I get myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I'm kind of cruel in this game. That's what I'm getting at. The school day is as ordinary as ever, but it's over before I knew it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall for an ounce of motivation. That's deep, man. That is truly deep. Clubs. So I want you to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Oh! We start right away with the anime club. Weird as it is, everything's anime. So wait. I actually... now this gets me thinking. If an anime club has an anime club within the anime, is it just called a club? Or is it called an anime club? But that way it context the anime club within the anime that's called an anime club. It makes it thus a little bit confusing. So I thought I'd let you know what. Well, you can come to my club. Oh, club. There's no way I'm joining your club. Jeez. Okay, so We skip the anime club, we skip all that confusion, and I'm assuming you go into the literature club. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyways? Because I like you. I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And I still can make cupcakes and everything. The fake promises she can't keep. I can't tell Zari is really that much of a narrator she's got me to. Oh my gosh. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for our cupcake, okay? Yay, let's go! And thus today marks all the day I sold myself for okay. That line alone makes up for everything. Sell myself for cup. That needs to be on a shirt. That needs to be on a shirt. Caption that, text that, put a cupcake in it. I sold my soul for a cupcake. I will buy that shirt. Please, someone do that. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. I dejectedly follow Sari across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit being generally used for the third-year classes and activities. Sari, full of energy, soon opened the classroom door. Everyone, the new member's here. I told you, don't call me new member. I glanced around the room. Okay. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sari always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club. It's full of incredibly cute girls! What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Definitely not going after you, that's for sure. Oh gosh, I can see a little bit of cleavage with the right side. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Which is all the time. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest of the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayuri and Natsuki. Oh, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again. Well, I definitely know I'm going after. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Oh yeah, I had those issues. And I still came out single that high school year. I don't regret it! Kind of. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Why am I getting Jack's films? You too. Okay, I don't know why I even referenced Jack's films. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good one, but... I don't know this. I'll get the cupcakes. I'll grab my saw. We can trade. You have my saw, take a cupcake. We can make a shirt out of it. Hey, I'll make them. No, I'm sorry. I make them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? These girls have a few desks arranged from a table to form a table, as I already mentioned. It's been widened that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayuri. A second, Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward to take a seat next to Sayuri, Natsuki proudly marches back to the table with the tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wow! What the freak was that? I am so sorry. Doesn't white, fluffy cupcakes decorated look like little cats? Can we actually see the image of that, please? So cute! I mean, so kawaii! I gotta remember this is an anime thing. I had no idea you're so good at baking. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. So guys, the first one, the Monica I follow. Oh, okay, ladies first, but... It's delicious! Sorry, taste her mouthful. I managed to get icing all on her face. And it's already starting, folks. It's already starting. Turn the cubby cub around with my fingers, looking at the pest angle to take a bite. Naisuke is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Oh gosh. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Alright. Well, good. Thank you, Floki. I want it on a soul back.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I
haven't heard this one from somewhere before.
made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did, so I already said.
Well, maybe, but not for you dummy.
Alright. I give everyone Naisuke's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before sitting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep the whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers give us permission.
I don't think I even would be allowed to have a whole tea set in the classroom, in my classrooms. Let alone be around somebody. Actually, I could. I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. You're just trying to impress you. Isn't that...
So they're all hitting on me, pretty much. Yep. As intended.
How about that? You know, I believe you.
Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least enjoy tea. Green tea to help with the cholesterol and the fat. Much preferably. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what did you consider the Literature Club? I was afraid of this question. Nobody told me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically trying to hear my story. Or the cupcakes. Because, you know, cupcakes take away souls, as we learned. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sari seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any major club. Were you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs.
I hear ya. Hashtag preach.
It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for the events. I'd much rather take something personally enjoy and make something special of it. And encourage others to get into literature than I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monica is a really great leader. Nodding in agreement. Then not surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting up the efforts to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it does make school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we'll already grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all delighted by the new idea of a new member joining? Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level and enthusiasm about literature. I used to be quite a literature-aholic, especially when it came to poetry, back in high school. I know I'm now just bringing up something I've been reading this text this whole time, but back in ye old high school days, my favorite thing to do was actually poetry, alongside theater and whatnot. So I have a big passion for poetry. I really should start writing poems again soon. Nasuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a leader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The love of creativity and craftsmanship seen to be behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story of such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed to resort to certain timid sincere the moment I walked in, but it's obvious her way eyes light up to find her comfort in the world of books, not people. She's totally like me, except games.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually emerge as me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop?
Wow, that is deep!
Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Ah, I read a horror book once. I just read something I could relate to the minimum level. Goosebumps! Mention Goosebumps. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if the story makes me think, takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down.
Surreal horror. I mentioned Goosebumps. I actually like that. Fun fact, I never read Goosebumps as a child. Sad, I know, really. I think I don't know what most of my books consisted of. I know they were like gaming guides. And Dr. Seuss books, I know that. Then again, everyone reads Dr. Seuss as a kid. What's that one poem book that had like the pictures with like one of the covers like having with a guy with a roof on his head? If you me, show me an image of that so that I know.
Don't say it out loud! And give it back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
So I slides up behind Natsuki, puts her hand on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you wrote your own poems? Okay, maybe I'll change my mind about you.
Well, yeah, sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why do you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Ah, not a very confident writer yet?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest stages of your heart. For an experience too, maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. That face right there says it all. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone.
Let's all go home and write a poem for our own. Then the next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. I know mine. Roses are red, violets are blue. I want all of you in my house. Let's do the do. I told you, this is not friendly, children friendly. Okay. I can just do this automatically. Oh. Oh, yeah, I'm also seeing these. We can save right here if we wanted to. What's the settings? Actually, I'm gonna check the settings. How do I go back? Oh, here we go. Whoa! That makes it so much better. Instead of reading all this, not that I'm, when it comes to games, I'm more like the person that just wants to go through and just play the games, but this is fine. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring the next meeting so we can all share. Oh, can we actually write our own? I don't care about that. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety. I'm pretty sure I can. I write the most star-struck poem of all time. That's right, Saria and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! But then the two of us departed the club and would make our way home. The whole way, my mind back and forth between the four girls. Sari, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer with one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh! There's actually even activities! Pick words that you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen, whoever likes your poem most. Where's that? Okay. Destiny, treasure, pleasure, vitality, heartbeat, sensation, sugar. No, not that. Sugar, interruption. Adventure, philosophy, dream. We're getting a lot of her. I'm noticing that. Swimsuit, vibrant, Papa, memories, imagination, determination, beauty, romance, wonderful, melody, time, kiss. What? So how does this turn out? I'm actually quite curious. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my words. Well, I'm back at Literature Club. How does this turn out? Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you.
Oh, come on, like it deserves any slack. So you're telling...
Alright. I just want to get to the poem now. Like, how does this turn out? Like, I thought we were actually going to type in our poem. I'd have been like, roses are red, violets are blue. Let's get together, me and you. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Okay! Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Like always gets it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me out with busy work even without me even asking. That's why I got A in math! Like cooking, cleaning my room, and math! Cause I suck! Everyone sucks at math except for him! Fun fact, despite me not liking math, I was actually pretty good at math, even though my favorite subject was science. Nowadays, I think it's English, even though I've been doing a lot of music classes. Recently. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? Might be a little jealous. How come you and Blake become good friends too? Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems obvious to be in a weird situation she's put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori! Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sorry. Okay, I just want to read the poem. I'm sorry. Yuri isn't thinking. Guess it means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Holds out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book and I thought you might enjoy. Is it Star Wars? Is it Star Wars? And we can, you know, discuss it if you want it. This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? Accidentally being so cute. She even picked out a book that thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I distinctly take the book.
Oh, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
And Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Already sharing conversation in the corner. Already buried in the book. Okay, I just want to get to the poem thing. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse at the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be in the first few pages. Ah! Crap. I think she knows me looking at her. She sneaks a glance at me, and her eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. I was focused that I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of the cell. That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. They just make it so obvious. It's like, baby. Baby, read my book. Both literally and imaginatively, to put it lightly. I just happened to buy 2 of them. Oh, is that part of the screen? I don't know. I'll look it over. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. The cold never bothered me anyways. I mean, I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a fair
Where do we get to the poem? Like, jeez! I'm kind of impatient. Don't get me wrong. I like the story within this right now. I think it's clever. It's a nice takeaway from just, oh hey, here's a couple girls. Flirt with them. Do things with them. Make love. But... do we get to read our poem or not? I mean, I definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's still shy and reluctant on the outside, and her seems to be completely different. It's just those kinds of stories? Perspective. When horrible things happen, just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, their own philosophy that they believe in, then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans.
Oh, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest in anything.
Oh, I guess it's alright then. But I feel I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let these books and writings fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I'm sorry if I'm saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I could do is listen. It's a literature club, after all.
Well, that's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book and put it into my bag. Alright, it's fine. Can I sit here? Slip a seat next to you. Oh, snap! We're going to the Shy Girl!
I'm sorry.
Something I'm very not used to. I see. Well, okay. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. As if I feel her presence over my shoulders as I read. Wow, that's really deep. It's not particularly a bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feelings is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry, I was just...
Yuri, you really don't need to apologize. Or you apologize a lot, don't you?
I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and then hold the book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean it a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead, I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Oh, there we go, different angle, finally! Yuri takes her left arm and holds the right side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same thing with my right arm, the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides under the thumb after it flips on her side. When holding it like this, we're held even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. As if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's the corner of my vision.
Are you ready? To turn the page?
Sorry. I think I got distracted there for a second. No crap, you did! Glance over Yuri's face again, her eyes meet. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm assuming that we don't really get the poem, it was just there. Just cuz. He continued the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimidating exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page and letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a bit silly, but your main character kind of reminds me of you a bit. How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second-guesses all the things she says and does. You know, that's what you say to a girl you just met. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like she can see into your head or anything. But it kind of represents it as some of your mannerisms. Yuri seems silent for a moment.
But that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing.
Wait, I didn't mean in the bad way or anything. Sure you didn't. Sorry, I really don't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant like it's kind of cute.
Are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone.
It's the time you share today's poems with each other. Finally! Not that I did enjoy my time with her, but I want to see how this turns out. Is that alright, Yui? You're kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand for the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have much to prefer either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Okay, I stand up, make a mental note of where I left off the book, and slip it back into my own bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can wait. Sarah and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sarah's a wrinkled sheet of loose-leaf door from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting where I sit. Nasuke and Yuri recently comply as well, reaching into their bags. I almost said recently when it was another word, wasn't it? I do the same myself. How does this turn out? Let's see, Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem, and I wanted her to keep putting in efforts. Yeah. Good to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions to the club, like new activities or other things we could do better, I'm always listening. Alright. My own cards away for to pick this up. I'm much better on. Anyway, I'll show you a poem with me. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry. We're all embarrassed today, you know. Alright. Reaction time. Great job. I was going, ooh, my hair while reading it. It's really metamorphical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's the easiest thing to keep everyone's expectations low. By the way, it only counts when you put some effort. It's not really fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know, full imagery and symbolism. Unlike CRE, he uses simple, direct words to describe happiness and sadness. You read legs. Okay. But allowing people. Okay. I need, like, Yuri's reactions to this. Well, don't worry about much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and try new things. I'm sure you'll. What? That's okay. But try new things. Find this that suits you. Do we? Is this like an elimination thing? Once we share with her, we share with everyone else? Alright. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. Ooh, this is neat. It couldn't have been me. I see the direction, the spackle pronounced. And now is he neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. Oh, you can actually scroll through. Appear outside for a clue. No, I can't see. A real blind from the film left out the sun, but it's too late. My retinas are already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. Just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever to everything. All hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. 10 out of 10. It was very free form. That's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. this. Okay. Search for this one. Ah, well, I'm not sure how to put it. Because you could say that recently it's been... Yuri! As Yuri reads your poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional!
What was that?
Did I say it out loud?
Your first covers her mouth and then ends up covering her whole face.
He's gonna hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
I guess you're right. What am I getting nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of experience do you have?
Your use of entry and tremendous force indicate you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trials herself, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along with words in the poem as if breaking it more thoroughly.
Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there's so many specific writing habits that are usually typical for new writers, and having been through myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter from the fit the two together.
In the end, it's both style expressive and weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought is that her demeanor really changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together for the challenge part.
I'm actually curious now what the other people think of it. Hasuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I should be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if you're apologizing to herself as me or to Natsuki. You don't mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamingly as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Yeah, well, this is a rare opportunity for Rare. Banjo 3! Oh! Which itself is kind of funny after all. Isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminated the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light I have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sinking blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calms breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flick back.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking about that at all.
Well, you took a long time to read.
Ah, well, I just didn't read the script, just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it really was descriptive.
It wasn't too short. You usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's the first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easier to digest, I hope.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, this story is about a ghost that kind of...
Oh, really? Must have totally missed the point.
Well, suppose you did only glance at it after all, but remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. You should do more than a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem's only being simple to get compared to a ghost.
And go with the past.
And soon be left with nothing.
That's more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. That actually really is.
Yours is impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you.
Ah, me too. Your first time, of course, is not good. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't be, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy you just wrote one. Reminds me how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm sitting in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not... See, it's like I said before. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying to do things like this is for other people. Well, thanks, Harry. I'm sure Harry sees full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much she means to her and all.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure I have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold that to you then. Wait, 2-1-2. Don't worry, I'm not really bad at this. Well, I'll see about that. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, make me rub the sleepies from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trust me to wish away of the rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want What? I mean, that's poetic, but that's like the comedy kind of poetry. I'm crying right now. Just that last line is like something you put in a journal. Sorry, it's just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? Just it's a yes or no question. Oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever! Nothing can top that, ever. I'm almost crying. I'm almost crying. I said I was crying, but actually I was almost crying. I made eggs and toast! Oh no! Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monika's the best. Oh my gosh. I'll take your time to breathe here. Alright, and at least Natsuki. Probably she's gonna like this the least.
Well, it's about what I expect from someone like you. It's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like it.
Oh, I read my lines as her.
I just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not.
Is that cute enough for your taste?
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Not as funny as the breakfast one, but the holy cow, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Because there's child's play right there. That is child's play poetry.
Because everyone in high school thinks his writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard.
Oh, okay.
I like this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But there's a nice thing about simple writing that puts more weight into the wordplay. Like, I said about rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Oh my gosh, it actually brings out the flavor and brings out the feeling the last time.
So you did. I guess I went more into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Don't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I didn't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. But even though just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to their enthusiasm. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. Guess that's what I ended up giving myself into. Across the room, Sari and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read the tandem, I watch each other's expressions changes. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki successfully returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up.
She is emo. She is emo.
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try the hard to come up with something nice to say? Things, but I really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. As if I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who, actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sorry you liked it. And Blake did too. So based on that, I'm glad to give you some suggestions of my own.
Oh.
Well, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet.
And Blake liked my poem too. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh! I don't realize you were such invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you were just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Blake appreciates my advice more than he approached yours.
Oh gosh. High school arguments I never really got into. Actually, fun fact. After 2 years of graduating, a girl 3 grades lower told me that she had a crush on me in high school and never really asked me. I would have had a girlfriend back then. Just think about that for a second there. That's actually really sad.
Natsuki!
Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turns towards me as if they noticed I was standing there.
Wait, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective.
I mean, it's effective to little kids. That's why Dr. Seuss books sell so well.
Ooh!
Sick burn!
Let me explain that to her. Wait, there's a week.
Alright, do we get the pick? Do we get the pick?
Well,
In the first place, it's not like I really think about rating, but whoever I get will probably more highlight me. I always say Yuri. Yuri.
Natsuki.
Heard that I liked your poem.
See?
Wait, that's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different.
That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even let me take my poem seriously.
I understand. Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed.
Well, that's...
But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it. It becomes something really personal. That's why Naoki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute.
I see. I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Right. Yuri means well, and if you told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized, and don't you think you should too?
Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She is trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her.
Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps for me to take a walk and clear my head. Sorry, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'll spare myself from having to look at all your faces right now.
Not warning, he snatches her own poem off of the desk and storms out. Otherwise, she crumps up the poem in her hands and throws it in the trash. Oh no, the simple Dr. Seuss poetry! That could be sold for millions! She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin burying her hands while she stares at her own desk. I gingerly... Wait. Gingerly? I have to look that up later. Approach her and sit in the adjacent chair.
Huh.
Everything alright?
I can't believe I acted like that.
You probably hate me. No, Yuri. How could anyone not gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you.
Well, alright, I believe you. You're too kind. And thankful to you.
We're at the club right now. It's nothing.
One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about you know, I would never do anything so shameful, so...
Eh?
What thing did Natsuki say? Oh, never mind that.
I'm gonna go take some tea. Good idea. Making enough room for one person, okay?
Yeah. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
I definitely know one person's storm not angry.
I'd say it was worth it. I just got back from the bathroom. It was alright, well, mostly.
How about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow.
What? Oh, so does this recycle? This repeats. With any luck, that means at least I could do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I'd honor myself with newfound determination. You ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Alright. I know this is a bit of a longer episode, but I'll think my own time. But what happened earlier?
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often?
No.
That's really the first time they've seen the fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make a good friends with you. You know, it's nice I got to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's...
Every day is gonna be so much fun.
Looks like Sari still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with others is nice, but does it really need to stop here? See what the future holds. I put Sari on the shoulder. Okay, yeah, let's do this. So, more poem? Okay. So I am actually going to leave it off here. I'll probably do it as my own part, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my final thoughts out here. It's a long episode, I'm fully aware of that, but I think it's worth it. Final thoughts on this thing is... There wasn't a whole bunch of explicit stuff. I thought we were getting into like the really explicit stuff. But I guess for now this is tame enough to put on YouTube. If you want to download the whole game for yourself and see how explicit it can get. Again, if you're over the age of 13, or actually I think it might be a mature rated, or is it adult rated? I think it's like AO or something like that. I don't know, but you may not want to play this game because at some points it will get explicit as far as I know. But definitely has a cute vibe to it. It definitely has some hilariously clever lines, so that I'll give them credit for. It's particularly very well done in that sort of way, as well as like the story. It got me interested. With the last one of these sort of games that I did, which was, I can't remember the name of it, but every character flies. Partially because I didn't understand language, and partially because I wasn't really interested in all that in that story. I know, kind of felt like it was, but really wasn't. I couldn't help but skip a lot of it. With this one, it kind of got my attention a little bit too, where I wasn't skipping all that much, but pretty good some of it was actually very good. Like, a lot of things I wrote was actually very good. Anyways, with that being said though, I'd like to thank you all for watching this episode of For the First Time. This episode? How many pages can you get? 9? Man, that's a lot of options there. That's a lot of, saying 54 things. Impressive. I also like that amount. Okay. With that being said, though, my name is Blake, also known as the Nerd, and I'll see you guys at the Nerd Nation next time. So until we meet again, take care, guys. Hey there. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw, then feel free to hit the like button and share with people you know. If you're interested in checking out my other work, then click on an annotation. If you really enjoy my content, you can subscribe and ring the bell. It's absolutely free, and it really helps out. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.